Maya sat on the small wooden steps outside their old house, her hands folded tightly on her lap. The sun was beginning to set, casting an orange glow on the cracked walls and peeling paint. The quiet street was empty, except for the soft sound of the evening breeze moving through the trees. But inside Maya's heart, a storm was growing, a storm of fear, sadness, and hope all mixed together. Her younger brother, Liam, was playing with a small toy car on the dusty ground nearby. He smiled sometimes, but Maya knew he was scared too. At just 7 years old, he didn't understand everything that was happening at home, but he felt the tension like a shadow hanging over them. Their mother, Anna, had always been a gentle woman once. Maya remembered the days when Anna would sing softly to them before bed or bake cookies on weekends. But those days had become fewer and farther between. Now, Anna seemed tired all the time, and sometimes her voice would rise like a storm cloud ready to burst. Maya's heart ached every time Anna's anger filled the house. She wished she could stop it, wished she could protect Liam from the pain she sometimes saw in their mother's eyes. But Maya was only 16, and the weight of their troubles felt too big for her small shoulders. "Don't let Mom hurt us again," Maya whispered to herself, her voice trembling like a fragile leaf in the wind. She hoped those words would reach someone, anyone, who could help them. The sound of the front door closing made Maya's heart jump. Anna was home. Maya watched as her mother's tired footsteps moved inside, heavy and slow. Sometimes, Anna's anger was not meant for them but came from things no one else could see, worries about money, health, or lonely nights. But Maya never knew when the sadness would turn to harsh words. "Liam, come inside now," Anna's voice was soft but tired. Liam looked up at Maya, his big brown eyes searching for comfort. Maya gave him a small smile and nodded, hoping her brother would feel safe inside even if things weren't perfect. As Liam followed their mother into the house, Maya stayed on the steps a little longer. The cool air helped calm her racing thoughts. She closed her eyes and thought about what life could be, maybe a life without fear, without waiting for the next angry word. In school, Maya kept her feelings hidden behind a quiet smile. Teachers called her a good student, and classmates said she was nice, but no one really knew how hard life was for her outside the classroom. She didn't want to worry anyone or seem weak. Instead, she worked hard, dreaming of a future that was brighter than her present. One afternoon, as Maya walked home from school, the sky suddenly opened up, and rain poured down like a waterfall. She didn't have an umbrella, and the small streets quickly filled with puddles. Running as fast as she could, she slipped and almost fell, but a hand caught her just in time. "Careful there," said a kind voice. Maya looked up into the face of a man she had never seen before. His eyes were gentle, and his smile was warm. "Thank you," Maya said, feeling a little embarrassed by the rain soaking her clothes. "Are you okay?" he asked. "You shouldn't be out here alone in the rain." Maya nodded. "I live just down the street." The man looked around as if noticing the old houses and quiet neighborhood for the first time. "My name is Mr. James," he said. "I live nearby. If you want, I can walk you home." Maya hesitated but then decided to trust this stranger. Something about his calm voice made her feel safe. "Okay," she said. As they walked, Mr. James asked gentle questions about school and her family. Maya spoke carefully, not wanting to share too much, but she found herself telling small things: the name of her brother, how much she loved to read, and her wish to make her mother smile again. Mr. James listened closely, nodding as if he understood more than he said. When they reached her house, the rain had slowed to a soft drizzle. "Well, here we are," Maya said quietly. Before she could turn away, Mr. James reached into his coat and pulled out a small umbrella. "Take this," he said. "For days like today." Maya looked at the umbrella, then at him. "Thank you, Mr. James." "Anytime, Maya. Remember, it's okay to ask for help." Maya watched as Mr. James walked away, his figure slowly disappearing down the street. She held the umbrella tightly, feeling a small spark of hope inside her chest. Maybe things could change. Maybe someone out there cared enough to help. That night, as Maya lay in bed, she thought about the words she had whispered earlier. Don't let mom hurt us again. She wanted to believe that one day, those words would not be a secret wish but a promise. The house was quiet except for the soft breathing of Liam in the next room. Maya closed her eyes and made a silent promise to herself, no matter what happened, she would protect her brother and find a way to bring light back into their lives. Outside, the rain stopped, and the first stars appeared in the dark sky. Somewhere far away, a life was waiting to change one small step at a time. The next morning, the sky was clear and bright. Maya woke up early, the small umbrella from Mr. James lying beside her on the table. She didn't know why, but the umbrella made her feel less alone. It was like a small shield against the hard things she couldn't change. She got ready quickly, careful not to wake Liam. He was still sleeping in the next room, wrapped in a blanket. Maya smiled softly. Her little brother's peaceful face gave her a small moment of happiness. At breakfast, Anna was quiet. The usual tension hung in the air like a cloud. Maya decided not to say anything about the umbrella or Mr. James. It was her secret hope for now. Maya walked to school, the sun warming her back. She tried to focus on her lessons, but her thoughts kept drifting to Mr. James. Who was he? Why had he been so kind to her? For the first time in a long while, she felt a tiny spark of trust. Maybe, just maybe, there were good people out there. At school, the day passed slowly. When the final bell rang, Maya gathered her books and stepped outside. The streets were busy with children and parents. As she walked home, she noticed a small cafe she hadn't seen before. The sign read, James Corner. Curious, Maya stopped and looked inside. It was a cozy place, with soft music playing and the smell of fresh coffee filling the air. She felt a strange pull toward the cafe, as if it was connected to the man she had met the day before. Just then, the door opened, and Mr. James stepped out. He was dressed in a neat suit but looked relaxed and friendly. When he saw Maya, his face lit up with a smile. Maya. I didn't expect to see you here, he said warmly. Maya smiled back, feeling shy but happy. I was just curious about the cafe. Well, you're always welcome here, Mr. James said. Would you like to come inside for a minute? Maya thought for a moment. The rain had stopped, but she liked the idea of sitting somewhere warm and quiet. She nodded, and together they walked inside. The cafe was bright and full of small details that made it feel like home: soft cushions, pictures on the walls, and a bookshelf filled with books. Mr. James led her to a small table near the window. What do you want to drink? He asked kindly. Maya hesitated. Just water, please. Good choice, he said with a smile, then went to get the water. As she looked around, Maya felt her worries start to fade. The world outside the cafe seemed less harsh here. She realized how rare it was to find a place where she could feel calm and safe. When Mr. James returned with the water, he sat down across from her. Maya, I want you to know something. I'm not just a businessman. I care about people. I know life isn't always easy, and sometimes we need a little help. Maya looked down at her hands, feeling shy but curious. Tell me more about your dreams, Mr. James said softly. What do you want to do when you grow up? Maya took a deep breath. I want to study. I want to be a teacher one day. Maybe help kids who don't have many chances. Mr. James nodded. That's a wonderful dream. You have a kind heart. For a moment, they sat quietly, watching the people outside the window. Maya noticed children playing in the park, laughing and carefree. She wished Liam could be like that every day. Then Mr. James leaned forward and said gently, "Maya, sometimes life can be difficult, but you don't have to face it alone. If you ever need help, you can come here. This cafe is a safe place for you." Maya felt tears rise in her eyes. No one had ever said something like that to her before. She wanted to believe him, to believe that there was hope beyond the struggles she knew. "Thank you," she whispered. After a few more minutes, Maya stood up to leave. Mr. James walked her to the door and handed her a small card. "Here is my number. Call me anytime." Maya took the card carefully. It felt like a lifeline. When she stepped outside, the warm sunlight felt even brighter. She held the umbrella tightly, feeling a new sense of strength inside her. On her way home, Maya thought about how different today had been. For the first time in a long time, she had felt kindness without fear. She wanted to share this feeling with Liam, to tell him that maybe, just maybe, things could get better. Back at the house, Maya found Liam playing quietly in the corner. She sat beside him and smiled. "Liam, I met someone today. Someone who might help us." Liam looked up with big eyes. "Really? Like a superhero?" Maya laughed softly. "Maybe not a superhero, but someone kind." That night, as Maya lay in bed, she held the card close to her heart. The words "call me anytime" seemed like a promise that she no longer had to be alone. She thought about her mother, about the storms that sometimes came into their home. Maya knew things wouldn't change overnight. But she also knew that hope had found a small place inside her heart. The stars outside twinkled brightly, like tiny lights guiding her way. Maya closed her eyes and whispered, "Thank you, Mr. James. Thank you for believing in me." And somewhere, far away in the city, the man with the kind eyes smiled, knowing that sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness could change a life forever. Days passed slowly, but each day brought something new for Maya. The small card from Mr. James rested safely inside her school notebook. It was like a quiet reminder that someone cared about her and Liam, someone who believed they deserved a better life. At school, Maya tried to focus on her studies, but her thoughts often drifted to the man with the kind eyes and warm smile. She wanted to tell someone about him, but she wasn't sure who she could trust. Her friends were nice, but they didn't know about her home. And talking about her mother's sadness and anger felt too personal. One afternoon, Maya sat alone in the library, flipping through a book about faraway places and dreams. She wished she could leave everything behind and find a place where she and Liam could be truly safe and happy. Her phone buzzed quietly. She looked down and saw a message from Mr. James. "How are you today? Remember, I'm here if you want to talk." Maya's heart jumped. She hesitated but then typed back, "I'm okay. Thank you for caring." That simple exchange felt like a warm light in her day. It reminded her she was not alone. Later that evening, Maya sat at the kitchen table with Liam, helping him with his homework. Anna was in her room, and the house was unusually quiet. Maya watched Liam carefully, seeing how much he needed her. Suddenly, the silence was broken by the sound of Anna's soft voice from the other room. Maya couldn't hear the words clearly, but there was something in the tone, a mix of sadness and tiredness, that made Maya's heart ache. She wanted to reach out, to comfort her mother, but years of silence and distance had built a wall between them. Maya didn't know how to break it. The next day after school, Maya made a decision. She took a deep breath and sent a message to Mr. James, "Can I meet you? I want to talk." Within minutes, the reply came, "Of course, Maya. Come to the cafe after school. I'll be here." When the school bell rang, Maya hurried to pack her bag and leave. Her heart was full of nervous hope. As she entered the cafe, Mr. James was waiting, his warm smile welcoming her inside. The familiar smell of coffee and the soft music made Maya feel at ease. She sat down across from him, holding the small card in her hand. "I want to tell you about my family," she began quietly. Mr. James nodded patiently. "Take your time." Maya took a deep breath. "My mother, she's not well. She struggles with many things. Sometimes she gets angry, and it scares Liam and me. I try to be strong, but it's hard. I want to protect my brother, but I don't always know how." Tears welled up in her eyes, but she kept talking. "I wish I could make things better, but sometimes I feel helpless." Mr. James listened carefully, his eyes full of understanding. "You're very brave, Maya. It's not easy to carry so much responsibility at your age." Maya wiped her tears and looked at him. "How do you do it? How do you stay kind when things are hard?" Mr. James smiled gently. "Kindness comes from knowing that everyone deserves to be loved and cared for. Sometimes, helping others is the best way to heal ourselves." Maya thought about those words. For the first time, she felt that maybe healing was possible not just for her, but for her whole family. Mr. James reached into his pocket and took out a small notebook. "I want to help you and Liam, Maya. Not just today, but for a long time. You deserve a chance to live without fear." Maya's heart pounded. "But what about my mother? She might not want help." "That's okay," Mr. James said kindly. "We will take things slowly. You don't have to do this alone." Maya looked out the window, thinking about the future. It was still uncertain, but for the first time, she saw a path, one where hope and kindness could lead the way. When she left the cafe that evening, Maya felt lighter. The secret she had held inside for so long was now shared with someone who cared. And that made all the difference. Back at home, Maya hugged Liam tightly. "We're going to be okay," she whispered. Liam smiled up at her, his eyes shining with trust. "I believe you, Maya." That night, Maya lay in bed, feeling the quiet strength of a promise made. The road ahead might be difficult, but she no longer had to walk it alone. Outside, the city lights twinkled like stars, as if celebrating the small but powerful steps toward a new beginning. Days passed, and the quiet bond between Maya and Mr. James grew stronger. Each afternoon, after school, Maya would visit the cozy cafe, sharing little pieces of her life with him. Mr. James listened without judgment, offering gentle advice and a comforting presence. One rainy afternoon, as Maya entered the cafe, she noticed Mr. James sitting quietly by the window, staring out at the gray sky. His usual smile was softer, almost thoughtful. "Hello, Maya," he said softly, motioning to the chair across from him. "Please, sit." Maya sat down, her heart beating a little faster. She could tell something important was about to be said. "I've been thinking about you and Liam," Mr. James began carefully. "I want to offer you something. A chance to stay with me for a while." Maya blinked in surprise. "Stay with you? But, what about my mom?" Mr. James smiled gently. "I know your mother loves you both very much, but sometimes love is not enough to keep us safe and happy. You deserve a place where you can feel secure and grow without fear." Maya looked down, her mind racing. She thought about the old house, the quiet moments of pain, and the fear that often followed. Could she leave? Could Liam? "Why are you doing this?" Maya asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "Because I believe in you," Mr. James said simply. "Because I see your strength and kindness. And because I want to help." Maya felt tears prick at her eyes. No one had ever made her such an offer before. It was almost too good to be true. "Would you like me to tell Liam about this?" Mr. James asked. Maya nodded slowly. Yes, he should know. That evening, Maya sat with Liam in their small living room. The rain tapped softly against the window as she explained the offer. "Mr. James wants us to stay with him," she said carefully. It will be a safe place where we can study, play, and not be scared. Liam's eyes grew wide. Really? Like a big house with toys? Maya smiled. Yes, Liam. A big house where you can be happy. Liam jumped up, his face bright with hope. I want to go. Maya laughed softly, feeling the first lightness in her heart in a long time. The next day, Maya called Mr. James. He told her he would come to their home to speak with Anna, to explain everything and make sure she was okay with the idea. When Mr. James arrived, Anna was surprised but calm. His kindness and respect showed through every word he spoke. He didn't judge or pressure her but offered support and understanding. After a long talk, Anna nodded slowly. I want what's best for my children, she said quietly. If you can give them safety and hope, then I trust you. Maya watched as her mother's eyes softened. It was the first time in months she had seen such peace in her mother's face. Over the next few days, Maya and Liam packed their small bags. Mr. James helped, making sure they had everything they needed. On the day they left, Anna hugged them tightly. Be safe, she whispered. Remember, I love you. Maya felt a mix of sadness and hope as they stepped into the car with Mr. James. The city blurred past the window as they drove toward a new life. When they arrived at Mr. James' home, Maya gasped. The house was beautiful, surrounded by trees and flowers. Inside, it was warm and welcoming, filled with soft lights and cozy furniture. Liam ran to a large room filled with toys and books. Look, Maya. This is amazing. Maya smiled, feeling a deep sense of relief. For the first time, she believed that this new beginning was real. That night, as Maya lay in the soft bed, she thought about everything that had happened. The kindness of a stranger had opened a door to hope. And as the stars shone brightly outside, Maya whispered softly to herself, maybe this is the start of something beautiful. The first morning in Mr. James's big house was quiet and calm. Maya woke up to soft sunlight streaming through the curtains. For once, the weight of worry did not press on her chest. She looked over and saw Liam still asleep, peaceful and safe. Maya smiled and stretched, feeling a new kind of hope. The house was so different from their old home. The rooms were bright and clean, the air smelled fresh, and there was a quiet warmth that filled every corner. Downstairs, the smell of pancakes made Maya's stomach rumble. She followed the scent and found Mr. James in the kitchen, flipping pancakes with care. Good morning, Maya, he said, smiling warmly. I hope you and Liam slept well. We did, Maya replied, feeling shy but happy. Mr. James served the pancakes, and soon Liam joined them, rubbing his eyes but smiling widely. This is the best breakfast ever, he said between bites. As they ate, Mr. James spoke gently. I want you both to feel at home here. This is your space now, where you can learn, laugh, and grow. Maya looked at him, a mixture of gratitude and doubt in her eyes. It's all so new. Sometimes I'm scared things might change back. That's normal, Mr. James said kindly. Change can be hard, but I'm here with you. We will take it one step at a time. After breakfast, Maya and Liam explored the house. There were rooms filled with books, games, and art supplies. Outside, a big garden stretched wide, with flowers, trees, and a small swing set. Maya watched Liam run toward the swing, his laughter echoing in the fresh air. It was a sound she hadn't heard clearly in a long time, and it warmed her heart. As the days went by, Mr. James helped Maya with her schoolwork and encouraged Liam to play and be curious. He never pushed them but offered kindness and patience. One afternoon, Maya sat with Mr. James in the cozy living room. She felt comfortable enough to ask a question she had been holding inside. Mr. James, why do you help us? You have so much. Why do you care about me and Liam? Mr. James looked thoughtful. When I was young, I had someone who believed in me. That kindness changed my life. Now, I want to do the same for others. Everyone deserves a chance. Maya nodded slowly, feeling a deep respect for the man who had become her protector. Slowly, Maya began to trust not only Mr. James but herself. She found courage to speak about her feelings, her dreams, and even her fears. Mr. James listened without judgment, making her feel safe. One evening, Liam asked Maya, "Do you think Mom will be okay?" Maya paused. "I hope so, Liam. We're here to help her too, but for now, we need to take care of ourselves." Liam nodded, trusting his sister's words. As the weeks turned into months, Maya and Liam settled into their new life. School became easier with Mr. James's support, and their laughter returned more and more. Maya learned that trust wasn't just about believing in others, it was also about believing in herself. She found strength in the kindness around her and courage she didn't know she had. One afternoon, as Maya looked out the window at the blooming garden, she whispered softly, "Thank you, Mr. James, for everything." And far away, in a quiet part of the house, Mr. James smiled, knowing that sometimes, all it takes is one kind heart to change the world. Maya had begun to feel a new kind of peace in Mr. James's home. The heavy clouds that once filled her mind had started to clear. Liam laughed more freely, and the quiet fear that had once lived in their hearts was slowly fading. One bright morning, as sunlight spilled through the windows, Maya sat at the kitchen table with a notebook in front of her. She was writing a letter, something she had never done before. Mr. James watched her quietly. "Who is the letter for?" he asked softly. Maya looked up, a little shy. "It's for my mom. I want to tell her how I feel." Mr. James nodded encouragingly. "That's very brave, Maya. Sometimes, writing can help us understand our feelings." Maya smiled, feeling grateful for his support. As the day went on, Maya thought about her mother's struggles. She remembered the sadness in Anna's eyes, the anger that sometimes filled the house, and the way she had always tried to protect her and Liam. Maya wanted to help heal the invisible wounds that hurt her family. She realized that kindness could reach even the deepest places, but it would take time. One afternoon, Mr. James suggested they visit Anna together. Maya's heart beat fast. She wasn't sure how her mother would react to seeing them again, but she knew it was important. When they arrived at the small house, Anna was surprised to see them. Her eyes widened, and for a moment, she looked unsure. Mr. James stepped forward gently. "Anna, we've come to talk and to offer support." Anna nodded slowly, her voice soft. "I want what's best for Maya and Liam, but sometimes I don't know how to give it." Maya held her breath, waiting. "I'm sorry for the pain," Anna continued, tears shining in her eyes. "I want to be better. For them and for myself." Maya felt tears rise as well. This moment was the beginning of something new, a chance to heal. Over the next weeks, Mr. James helped arrange for Anna to meet with people who could support her. Slowly, the walls of pain and silence began to crumble. Maya visited her mother often, bringing Liam along. They shared stories, laughter, and sometimes tears. The house no longer felt empty but full of hope. One evening, as Maya and Anna sat together, Anna took Maya's hand. "Thank you for being strong," she said. "You've helped me find my way." Maya smiled through her tears. "We're family. We will get through this together." Back at the big house, Maya felt a growing sense of belonging. She knew the journey was not over, but for the first time, she believed that love could heal even the deepest wounds. That night, as Maya lay in bed, she whispered softly, "We're stronger than we think." And outside, the stars shone brighter than ever, watching over a family learning to love again. Months had passed since Maya and Liam moved into Mr. James's home. The change in their lives was clear not just in the bright rooms or the laughter that filled the house, but in their hearts. Maya felt stronger, braver, and full of hope for the future. One clear morning, Maya woke early and looked out the window. The garden was glowing with flowers, the trees swaying gently in the breeze. It was peaceful, something she hadn't known for a long time. She turned to Liam, who was still asleep, his face soft and calm. For the first time, Maya felt truly at ease. Downstairs, Mr. James was already preparing breakfast. The smell of fresh bread and fruit filled the air. "Good morning, Maya," he said warmly. "Ready for a new day?" Maya smiled. "Yes. I think this is the start of something wonderful." After breakfast, Maya got ready for school. Today was special. It was the day of the school talent show, and she had decided to participate. She planned to share a poem she had written about hope and courage. At school, Maya's friends cheered her on. Even Liam came to watch, holding her hand tightly. When Maya stepped onto the stage, her heart beat fast. But looking out at the faces of people who cared gave her courage. She took a deep breath and began to speak. "Hope is a light in the darkest night," she said softly. "It grows in hearts when kindness shines bright. No matter how hard the journey may be, love and courage will set us free." The room was silent for a moment, then applause filled the air. Maya smiled, feeling proud and happy. After the show, Mr. James hugged her tightly. "You were amazing. I'm so proud of you." Maya looked up at him. "Thank you for believing in me." That evening, as the sun set in warm colors, Maya sat with Liam in the garden. They talked about their dreams, school, friends, and the future. "We have a new life now," Maya said softly. "A life full of hope." Liam smiled, his eyes shining. "And we'll face it together." Later, Anna came to visit. She looked healthier, her smile genuine and warm. She hugged Maya and Liam tightly. "I'm proud of you both," she said. "Thank you for giving me hope, too." Maya felt tears of happiness. The family was healing, growing stronger with each day. Before Anna left, she looked at Mr. James and said, "Thank you for saving my children and for giving us all a chance to begin again." Mr. James nodded humbly. "It was all you, the love you have for them." That night, Maya lay in bed, feeling the quiet peace that had once seemed impossible. She thought about the journey, how far they had come from fear and sadness to hope and love. She whispered softly into the night, "We are free now. Free to live, to dream, to be happy." Outside, the stars twinkled brightly, shining like little promises in the dark sky. And in that light, Maya knew one thing for sure: no matter what happened next, she and Liam would never be alone again. They had found a family, one built on kindness, trust, and hope. And that was the greatest gift of all.